and welcome to this week's edition of CTN Community Update. Some sad news this week as we learned of the death of Anoka County Judge Tammy Fredrickson, who previously served as Coon Rapids City Attorney. Fredrickson died at the age of 53 after a long battle with cancer. CTN's Jennifer Anderson has more on the legacy she leaves behind.
She didn't wait for other people to make the world better. She made the world better for other people.
If the measure of a life is how many other lives you touch, Judge Tammy Fredrickson of Coon Rapids really raised the bar. Her colleagues in the 10th Judicial District in Anoka mourn the death of a judge who was universally respected and loved.
We're going to miss her terribly. There's a black cloud over Anoka County right now, and it's sad because she's touched so many people's lives.
Judge Fredrickson certainly was very instrumental in holding people accountable, yet showing them the compassion and giving them the tools that they needed to get back to being regular members of society. And for that, her contribution was, I guess, overwhelming.
She presided over her courtroom much like she presided over her life, with a big personality and a big desire to help and serve. She worked tirelessly to train and mentor new judges across the state. And perhaps the hallmark of her professional legacy will be her role in launching the Veterans Court in Anoka County. An array of federal, state, and county resources come together at Veterans Court to go beyond punishment in pursuit of treatment and support.
She was constantly trying and succeeding in making the bench better, making the courts better, while still being a superstar wife and mother.
Very outgoing, very personable, funny, witty, sharp.
Her husband, Tom, met her as a teen at Hibbing High School after moving to Minnesota from her native Canada. Family was central in her life, particularly family dinners. A tradition born at her own grandma's kitchen table, she continued with her children, Kate and Michael. The Fredricksons eventually set roots in Coon Rapids in the late 90s, when she served first as assistant and then city attorney. Well known throughout the community, Tammy Fredrickson was as often found serving Sunday night pasta to her kids as she was to their entire sports teams.
It's passed on from our grandparents, through our parents, through us, and I'm hoping that it passes on down to the kids. I think it's a big thing for the kids.
Devoted hockey mom, compassionate judge, hers was a life that set the bar high.
I was talking to a really good friend of ours, and I said, you know what? I feel like I'm getting cheated for years to come. And she said, how many people get 36 years? I'm like, okay, I get it. So that's how I got to look at it. I got 36 years.
The Honorable Tammy Fredrickson was appointed to the bench by Governor Tim Pawlenty in 2006 after serving the city of Coon Rapids as an attorney for more than a decade. A private funeral service is planned. In other news, plans for a big apartment project in the southern end of Coon Rapids are once again on hold. On Tuesday night, the City Council tabled action on the preliminary and final site plan for real estate equities for a 168-unit apartment building near 94th Avenue and Springbrook Drive. The Planning Commission signed off on the project last month, but some council members still have concerns about the density and parking. The issue is expected to be back before the City Council on June 18th. Work is progressing rapidly on two new apartment buildings near the North Star commuter rail station. The project by Sherman Associates involves the construction of a 71-unit mixed income building and a 180-unit luxury market rate building. Construction started last fall and continued through the winter and spring. The smaller building, called Nova, will be finished in the next few months.
We are, substantially framed all the way through the 4 stories of construction, fully enclosed. So we've got our roof on, windows on, doors on. We're working on interior finishes and kind of the exterior cladding, the brick and siding and all of that.
The project will include many amenities, including community rooms, playgrounds, and an outdoor pool. And with easy access to transit and the regional shopping center, we're told interest is strong and the units will go fast. For those interested in leasing an apartment in the mixed income building, intake meetings will take place June 18th and 20th at the Riverwind Community Building. It's your chance to apply, put down a deposit, and reserve a unit on a first-come, first-served basis. For more information, log on to nova-riverdalestation.com. The Nova building will open October 1st. The larger market rate Lyra building should be ready for occupancy by February of next year. The Coon Rapids High School class of 2019 has closed one chapter and is about to embark on a new one in the coming months. The seniors, along with family and friends, gathered last Sunday at 3M Arena at Mariucci in Minneapolis for their commencement ceremony. Following several speeches, one by one, the students walked across the stage to receive their diploma. If you missed the ceremony, you can watch it in the coming weeks right here on CTN. The annual Summer in the City neighborhood meetings start next week. The first meeting is June 11th at Parkside Park from 6:30 to 8 p.m. On June 25th, a neighborhood meeting will be held at Riverwind Park. July 23rd, things move to Crooked Lake Park, and the final meeting will take place July 30th at Moore Park. Council members and city staff will be on hand to discuss various projects going on around the city and answer questions from residents. Also next week, a new recreation program makes its debut in local parks. Rec on the Spot is a staffed mobile recreation unit with fun activities for children ages 5 and up. On Tuesdays, it will stop at Boulevard Plaza from 10:30 to noon, Woodcrest Park from 12:30 to 2, and Peppermint Stick Park from 5 to 6:30 p.m. On Wednesdays, Rec on the Spot is at Prairie Oaks Park from 10:30 to noon, Pheasant Ridge Park from 12:30 to 2, and Sand Creek Park from 3 to 4:30. And on Thursdays, catch the fun at Woodcrest Park from 10:30 to noon, Peppermint Stick Park from 12:30 to 2, and Boulevard Plaza from 5 to 6:30 p.m. The program is free and will run weekly through August 15th. After months and months of discussion and debate, plans for a big expansion to the Andover YMCA Community Center are moving forward. This week, the Andover City Council awarded contracts for the project, which is expected to break ground in July. The $17.9 million expansion will include multi-purpose rooms for teens and seniors, an additional gymnasium for the fieldhouse, an additional sheet of ice that can be converted to turf, a new walking track, and more. An Andover resident with a home valued at $250,000 will see a property tax increase of up to $100 a year. Preparations are in full swing for the inaugural 3M Open at the TPC Twin Cities the first week of July. It will be the first regular stop in Minnesota for the PGA Tour in 5 decades, and large crowds are expected. Tents and other facilities are already going up, and the greens are being repaired after the long winter. Some of the biggest names in golf will be playing, including Phil Mickelson. Tournament organizers anticipate the event will have a $40 to $60 million economic impact on the community and raise more than $1 million for charity.
And for 3M, this is much more than only golf and celebration. It is, of course, an important stop on the PGA Tour, and it features some of the world's, hopefully all of the world's, best golfers. But more importantly, it allows 3M and our fans to support Minnesota community partners who work every day to improve the lives of young adults through science-based education and youth development programs.
The 3M Open will take place July 1st through the 7th at the TPC. For more information or to purchase tickets, log on to 3mopen.com. A big honor last weekend for 1996 Olympic silver medalist Brandon Paulson. Paulson was inducted into the National Wrestling Hall of Fame during a special ceremony at Oklahoma State University. Paulson was born in Coon Rapids and graduated from Anoka High School in 1992. In addition to his Olympic medal in 1996, Paulson won a silver medal at the World Championships in 2001. He went on to become a coach, including at the 2008 Olympic Games. So congratulations to him. That brings us to the end of today's show. The summer concert series kicked off at the Coon Rapids Dam on Thursday night. We leave you today with a look at part of the performance by the Mooners. Thanks for watching.
Let's go! Woo!